Hi, so recently I wanted to get good at sniping and quick scoping, so I watched some videos online, and once I really started to get the hang of it, I noticed some things that I never really heard anyone say. So I thought I'd make a video. So let's get started with my class. I'm using the DSR 50. It's a very good sniper rifle. It kills in one shot as long as you don't hit him in the leg. Um, The ballista is also very good for quick scoping. It's just not as reliable. It only is one shot kill, chest and up. If you hit him in the stomach, you're going to get a hit marker. But it zooms in quicker and you get more ammo, and the crosshairs stay steadier, which is nice for hard scoping. I say once you get the hang of it with the DSR, try out the ballista. Probably the best way to do it. So I'm using the fast mag just so it reloads quicker, and I'm using the B23R pistol as a secondary. I think it's the best pistol in my opinion. A lot of people like the Cap 40, but if you're off slightly, you're going to run out of ammo and end up getting killed. B23R kills very quick. You can get one burst up close, and I think it's like two mid-range. You gotta get all the bullets on for one burst. That's the only thing. I'm using flak jacket just to protect against explosives, and toughness to keep the crosshairs from bouncing around when you're getting shot. I think that's the most important perk when quick scoping. So I definitely recommend you put that on. Dexterity's pretty good just to pull up your gun quicker when you're caught in a sprint. And Tactical Mask is pretty good. Protects you from flashbangs and shock charges. So you can rush in some guy camping with a shock charge and shoot him before he even knows what's going on. And I just like bouncing betties and shock charges. That's what I personally like. You can use grenades or whatever you like. So let's go to my other class. I'm using a shotgun, which I've liked this class a lot personally lately. I have the laser sight and long barrel, which is huge for on a shotgun. The laser is the most important, I think, because you can shoot from the hip and be pretty accurate. Dexterity with that is pretty important too, because it pulls it up when you're running, and then you can shoot from the hip, which is great. I got flak jacket, toughness. I'm using the DSR 50 as a secondary with the overkill perk. I also have an objective class that I have EMPs and Semtex to take out sentry guns and shock charges and all that stuff with the EMP. But don't do that, because I like putting up sentry guns and stuff. You get me all pissed, so you're knocking it down right away. So, and I got blind eye, which is nice in objectives. They always I'll put you in a game with a bunch of ships and stuff riding around, so it's good to keep you from that. So let's get into some gameplay. So when I first started sniping and scoping, I just sort of believed that it was just some kind of trick where you just zoom in and tap the stick and it just goes on target and you shoot and get the person. But that's really not the case. You really just have to get the feel for it, and the sensitivity isn't as big as people make it sound. It helps to have it higher, but it's not required to have a crazy high sensitivity. I say when you first start sniping, you should start on around an 8 and work your way up from there. I use around a 10, 11, and that works fine. You don't need to go super high right off the bat. Once you get used to it, just slowly move your way up. When you first start sniping, you shouldn't just go directly into online. You should play against bots first so you don't screw up all your stats, because you're not going to be good at it right off the bat. It takes a lot of practice. That's really all it's going to get you really good at it is
Our
just
flag carrier is
practicing and practicing, getting the hang
Hostile
of it.
flag returned.
So go in and play
Hostile
bots.
flag
You go online and you go to custom game
They dropped our
and
flag.
set up some bots
Enemy
and
flag
just play
acquired.
there. Or you can go from the main screen and go to
Our
local
flag is
game.
back at base.
Do it that way. So first off,
Time's almost up.
quick scoping. You really want to
Hunter killer drone ready for deployment.
know where you're zooming in on the
Hunter
screen.
killer drone
That's the
deployed.
main part. And once you really get a feel for
Our
where
flag
you're going to
carrier
be
is
zooming
down.
in, you can get a quicker shot off. You just mainly zoom into the middle of the screen,
Hostiles have
and
taken our flag.
you know that's where
Our
your
flag has been
crosshairs are going to be, and you take the shot
We
off
have the
before
enemy
you
flag.
look down the scope. That's a
Well
quick
fought.
scope.
Get ready for
Just
the next round.
zoom in and take the shot real quick. A drag scope is
Taking
you
the
do the
lead.
same thing, but you know that your crosshairs are off target, and you quickly tap the stick and put it on target and take the shot. A hard scope is where you look down the scope and actually look through it and find a target and shoot. I'd say a drag scope is somewhere in between a hard scope and a quick scope.
Taking control.
So, really, when you're sniping, quick, you should be tapping the stick, and you just kind of get a feel for where you're zooming in and how much you need to tap the stick to get on target before you get your shot off. When I first started sniping, I thought you just had to be real light on the stick to be more accurate, which is what you should do
Care package
for
awaiting
hard
order.
scoping long range. And don't be afraid to hard scope. You wanna get the kill.
Sentry gun ready for deployment.
That's the important part. So make sure you're on target and get the shot accurately. The
Friendly
biggest
Dragon
thing
fire deployed.
with
For
your
contact.
accuracy is you can't be walking while you're taking the shot, because it's going to send your bullet in the wrong direction. Basically, when this was the hardest thing for me, and the way I got the hang of it is you should get in a habit,
Forward.
especially when you're first starting out. You should try, when you zoom in, when you pull up your sights, you should let go of the joystick right when you hit the button to pull up your gun. Should be kind of a reaction where you get in the habit of, when you're zooming in, you let go of the joystick, and that helps so much. And another thing is, you really shouldn't be chasing someone across the screen with your scope. You want to zoom in front of them and let you run into where you're shooting, and then get your shot off, instead of chasing them across the screen, which is another huge thing about accuracy. If you're chasing them across the screen, you're just going to miss and probably not catch up, and they're going to be out of your sights, and you're going to not get the kill. Main thing with me, when I first started playing real people, I was doing good against bots, and then when I'd play in a real game, I'd see a person and then I'd rush it too much, and it would just throw my accuracy way off. Just make sure you take your time, but try to be quick. Don't be too slow. Take your time, but don't be slow and get killed. Make sure you're on target and just, you know, get your shot accurate. You rush it, screws your sights all up. You really just want to concentrate on where you're scoping in, and it helps when you watch it, you follow it zooming in to the middle of the screen. That helps your aim a lot too.
Almost complete. Don't quit now.
Another thing is, you really need to take cover with a sniper rifle. You take your shot off. Yeah, this guy, the war got to him or something. He's spinning around shooting the ground. I don't know what he's doing. It's kind of funny. I don't know. Okay, yeah. So, when you take your shot, you really want to, when you're doing the bolt action, you duck behind cover and reload everything, so, you know, they can't shoot you. So, that's a real big thing with especially a sniper rifle. It'll help you a lot with any gun to, you want to keep cover, not get shot.
Good job,
It's
SEALs.
very important
Stand
for a
by for
sniper
further
rifle.
orders.
And note that it's a defensive weapon, a sniper rifle. You can't just rush straight into a big group of people, expect to take them all out. You'll just end up getting killed.
Kill
So,
confirmed. Kill confirmed.
and it's the same thing. If you see a bunch of people, don't just run straight at them. You duck and kind of pick them off one at a time and duck behind cover, or just totally
Care
get out of
package
there.
inbound.
Because you can't take them all out with a sniper one time. When you're
Kill con
make sure you aim high when you're quick scoping too, because you don't want to get a hit marker. You need to get high on the body, or else you're gonna get a hit marker and not get the kill. So
Kill
just make sure you aim
confirmed.
high. Another little trick that I didn't know before is with reloading any gun. When you need to reload, your bullets are at 0, and right when it goes up to 5, say when you're using the DSR, right when it goes up to 5, you can double tap triangle, whatever you have, to switch your gun, the switch your gun button. You double tap that, and it'll skip the rest of the animation, save a little time, or instead of double tapping triangle, you can run. Either way. So that will kind of help you out too sometimes. And also you always want to have a pistol on hand or some sort of secondary weapon, like a shotgun or SMG.
Care package inbound. Kill confirmed.
Because
Kill
when you're
confirmed.
reloading, a guy
Kill
pops up,
confirmed.
you can pull out your pistol quicker than reloading, and it's going to save your life. So that'll help you a lot. I just threw in a little
Kill
shotgun
confirmed.
footage. This is my last game. I got 60 kills, so just thought I'd throw it in there. So that's about it.
Kill confirmed.
If this helped you out, give me a like.
Hunter killer drone on standby.
Check them
Kill
now
confirmed.
for practice.
Got a kill.
House